screw up on late-night warnings.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Scared, straight.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
And were inspired by movies that defined a generation.
We were all pretty bizarre. Some of us are just better at hiding it, that's all.
Hey, Doc, we better back up. We don't have enough road to get up to 88.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
I feel the need for speed.
We found our attitude in comedy.
I'm Gumby, damn it.
You see that sign?
No shirt, no shoes.
No dice.
Right. Learn it. Know it. Live it.
And our identity in pop culture.
I want my MTV!
I want my MTV.
I want my MTV!
What are you talking about, Willis?
Keep your feet in the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
This is Gen X Men with Bill Rowland and Gary Dollarhide.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
All right, welcome in, everyone. Episode number 42 of the Gen X Men podcast. Hopefully, real quick check, Gary, after July 4th. Do you have all 10? Did you lose?
Count them.
Lose any fingers from the fireworks? There you go. That's good. Good to know.
But funny story.
Okay, because you're an EMT, so who lost?
I was not there, but the fireworks tech on Friday night in the town I worked in had one go off on him a little bit sooner than expected. He ended up at the hospital, doing okay.
Okay, good.
But he had some burns and it caught him off guard. So, but he has all of his fingers and toes.
There you go. So it's kind of like, whoo, that was a hot one.
Yeah, they packed that one.
There you go. There you go. Well, I'm glad everybody, as far as I know, everybody that I know also survived and has all 10 fingers left.
Perfect.
After the 4th of July holiday. So we're very happy about that. All right. We've got some fun stuff for you today for the episode, but we got to dive in because one of the legends, he's a boomer, right?
Mm-hmm.
He'd be, I guess, 40.
Born in 46.
Yeah, so he's boomer. He's old boomer.
Yep. He's fresh boomer.
But what was that?
Fresh boomer.
Fresh boomer. But he is definitely a Gen X legend without a doubt. Happy 80th birthday this past week. Monday, I think you said it was?
Monday the 6th.
To the man, the myth, the legend, Rambo and Rocky himself. Sly Stallone, 80. So, hey.
80 years old, right?
How about that? How about that guy pumping himself full of all those drugs for all those years? I mean, steroids, not like he wasn't doing heroin as far as I know, but all the steroids that guy has done all these years, and here he is, he made it to 80. Maybe there's something to it.
Yeah, I mean, I happened to see that it was, again, one of those internet things. Oh, happy birthday, Sylvester Stallone. And they showed videos of him, current videos of his wife and his daughters. And you just go, especially my line of work, you go, that's 80? Because I can tell you the most of the 80-year-olds I deal with can barely walk across the living room. And this guy is still doing, it's not so much action, but his show Tulsa King, which will come back out this fall on Paramount. He's not just sitting in a chair and, giving directions to his legion. He's active and, he doesn't have quite the old man look that you would think when he's doing some of these scenes. So good for him.
It's like Clint Eastwood just officially retired from acting and he's like in his mid 90s. I think that's what it is. Because his son was just on Rogan's show last week. And Scott Eastwood. And he was talking about how his dad was still, up until recently, still like doing stuff like it was no big deal and everything else. And it's like, that dude's in his 90s. And he's just like, yeah, you know what? I think I'm done. I'm not going to do it anymore. It's like, okay,
I'm going to take some time off.
Yeah. A few years off. Maybe I'll come back when I'm 100. So, Stallone, I don't think anybody Gen X could sit there and say, oh, I hated all the Rambos. I hated all the Rockies. Maybe you didn't like one or the other.
Yeah.
Maybe you didn't like Over the Top. I don't know. Maybe you didn't like the arm wrestling movie.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah. There's a lot of, he did the Expendables. Look, there's a lot of, I'm sure, really bad Stallone movies. But the dude turned Rocky. Not only go back and watch the original Rocky, I mean, he was an Oscar winner.
Yeah.
Not only did he turn that into a franchise that is now branched off, and you've got the Creed franchise that came out. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, there's a funny thing, Gary. You tell me, like, you look at like the original Rocky.
Yep.
The original Rambo.
Mm-hmm.
If they never made another one of either of those go down as iconic
classics
movies, and not just because that it's like, oh, well, it's Rambo of Rocky. Of course, no, because they were outstanding movies, written, acted, the whole thing. They became sort of a joke when you went to Rambo 2, 3, 4. Like, then it became like, all right, what's
he doing now?
Yeah, you're a Vietnam vet fighting the Taliban or whatever it was. Like, it's like, come on. And then, like, you get to like Rocky 5 when he's down on his luck and he's fighting Tommy Gunn or whatever. You're like, oh my gosh, come on. But the originals, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, they were deep, dark dramas. I mean, he wrote Rocky over a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Inspired by an Ali movie, and went to go sell it. And funny enough, the studios were like, "We love the story. We don't want you." And he held out, and finally, I can't remember which studio said, "Okay, fine, you can do it." And obviously, that launches his career. And that's the 70s. And to think 5 decades later, I'm not saying he's still relevant, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he did movies. Obviously, the 80s, it's him versus Schwarzenegger, who's the biggest action hero. There's always that debate going on. He was still doing some of the 90s, kind of cooled off, and then starts again in the 2000s with the Creed and the Expendables. And like I said, it's now TV with Tulsa King, but that's 5 decades of relevant work,
right?
Of being, the man, a known name worldwide. It's incredible.
Yeah, and that's, again, that is the argument of whether it was him or Schwarzenegger, whether you're a Terminator guy or a Rambo guy or whatever else Arnold was doing, all those different action movies as well. And then Arnold tried to go the comedy route. Remember Twins with him and Danny DeVito, and he did Commando and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they were both kind of there. And then of course you had Van Damme kind of came in, Steven Seagal kind of. But neither one of them.
Second tier.
Exactly what I was going to say. I was like, neither one of them really broke into the A-level, like, action hero. Like, even Bruce Willis, who wasn't a karate, like, I still put him above Van Damme, right? Would you put him above Van Damme in, like, the action movie stuff, just on Die Hard alone?
So here, I would, and it's odd because I don't, even though he's in the list, I just don't have that action hero feel for Willis.
Okay.
Right?
That's fair.
Not to the level of Stallone, Schwarzenegger. These were combat action movies, right? Willis was more realistic, if you will. Like, he was the cop in Die Hard. So big box office draw. I just don't know where I put him in that ranking, other than probably more popular than Van Damme and Seagal. But it just, once you get past Schwarzenegger and Stallone, I mean, it drops off, right? Because those two did the movies that we all remember.
And I will take. Are they doing an Expendables 4?
Why not?
Oh my gosh! I just looked at Stallone's IMDb page. I'm sorry. They already did an Expendables 4. My bad. 2023. It got 4.8 stars. So not a great one, apparently. But he did one. Wow.
The franchise continues.
Yeah, it is crazy. But yeah, I mean, you just go back. I'm going to see if I can scroll down because he's done so much. All the main ones are gone from the front of his IMDb page. I got to go to page 2. Although he still has it showing here on his IMDb that he has like a bunch of stuff coming up as a producer, and he's still got another one as a writer.
So, and that's one of the big things. Maybe you folks out there know, some do. he wrote Rocky, right? He was very involved in it.
That was 76.
He was a part of the writing of the screenplay for Rambo. He didn't write it, but he became more involved through each succession.
Right.
Stallone is that director, writer. He's more than, and I'm not busting on him, Schwarzenegger. Here's your character. Where's my paycheck? Let's do this.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the run, and I'll go ahead and start it with Rocky. That was 76. I'll give him that. Rocky 2 came out in 79. Then you get Victory, right? That was the soccer movie when they were like in World War II, right? Wasn't that the World War II?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
War, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that one? So that was 81. Then he's got Rocky 3 in 1982. Then Rambo First Blood is 1982 as well. So we had Rocky 3 when he was fighting Thunder Lips, right? Wasn't that Hulk Hogan, right? And then First Blood. And then he had a couple of not so great ones. Staying Alive, although that was just he was just in it. Rhinestone didn't go great, but it was okay. But then 85, Rambo Part 2, 85, Rocky 4. Again, back to back. He's just dropping bombs on people.
Have some of me, people.
Cobra,
Yep.
Over the Top, Rambo 3. Those are all, that's 86, 87, 88. Tango and Cash, 89.
Kurt Russell. Yep.
Rocky 5 was 1990. So for about 13, 14 years, he was the guy. And then you get into the 90s and you go, all right, maybe not as good. Cliffhanger.
I liked Cliffhanger.
Did you? Okay, I wasn't a
did.
huge fan, but okay. Demolition Man.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yep.
Judge Dredd.
I've loved it.
Copland.
Underrated.
Yeah, Copland was 97.
So Copland is what they're saying next to the original is really one of his best pure drama acting
Okay.
movies.
Okay. And then he got into he was in Spy Kids 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he started
Cameos.
not lame, but he started getting, then of course 2006 Rocky Balboa. So he kind of, like not fell off, but then you got the Expendables in 2010. But that run in the 80s,
yeah,
tremendous,
tremendous.
Let's compare that to Arnold. So
yeah,
of those,
that's good. Yeah,
were you a Rocky or more of a Rambo? If you had to watch, if you're going to sit down, both of them are on. Whichever one is your favorite. I don't know if it's Rocky 3, Rocky, whatever your favorite Rocky and whatever your favorite Rambo is. They're both on. One's on, say, TNT. One's on TBS because they're always on there.
Oh,
which one are you watching?
See, I'd be stuck against the original Rambo and Rocky 4.
Okay. All right. It's fair. It's a good one.
Fight the Russians. Everybody's into that. That's America.
Absolutely. For 250, of course I'm going to fight the Russians. Yes. But which one do you think you'd lean to?
I'd probably lean toward Rocky 4.
Okay.
Just because it's more inspired. Rambo was good, but Rocky 4, I mean, it's America and training in Siberia. There's more uplifting. Because I mean, truth be told, Rambo was really a very dark window into what was going on, Vietnam vets and PTSD and everything they had to deal with. So it's a little bit more serious. But then it spawned all the great follow-ups where we go to all these foreign exotic countries and do foreign exotic things and
that's what I never
rescue people.
I enjoyed the Rambos because how could you not? I mean, it is what it is. But I also look at it and go, you can understand Rocky because spoiler alert again, as we almost gave away last time. Give away another one. If you haven't seen Rocky, by the way, he loses in the original. But that was the thing, is like he lost, so you can kind of understand that they would go and do another one. It kind of made sense. But like the Rambo ones, I remember they were doing Rambo 2, and I'm like, but what? Oh. What is he going to another town and he's going to piss off another cop and they're going to push him into the mountains? Like, what more can you do with this guy? Like, I didn't quite understand that. But of course, being a kid, you're like, I'm in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go kill some more people. This is great.
Well, I think that's what probably somewhere said, look, it was a great first movie. It was what it's about, but what you just said, how do you carry this on? Do we just go to another town and piss off another sheriff? I don't know.
Right.
So we've got to do something to draw people in. So, and I don't remember which one's which. He goes to Cambodia and rescues people, and he's got explosive tipped arrows and, things that, let's go see him mess up some people. That's what we wanted to see at that age.
Yeah. All right, so here's Schwarzenegger's run. Well,
Okay.
And I'll start it in 82 with his coming
The
out,
80s.
basically.
Yep.
Conan the Barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
Conan the Destroyer was 84.
Okay.
This is his run right here. Terminator, also 84. Red Sonja, 85. Commando is 85. Predator is 87. Running Man, 87. And then you go Twins in 1988.
Kindergarten Cop.
He does come back. We asked Kindergarten Cop was next. That was 1982 as well. And then Total Recall.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day, which I think better than the original Terminator. And then you just kind of Last Action Hero was 93. True Lies.
I like that. Yep.
Good. Yep. 94. And then Junior, remember when he was pregnant? That was stupid.
Oh, no, don't. Oh.
Jingle All the Way. Batman and Robin playing Mr. Freeze. It was all
It's
right.
a bit role, though, right?
He's not the best Batman villain. What's that?
He's not carrying the movie, right? He's just that bit role in it. So that's where
he's the main villain in it, or one of them.
True, yes, but he's not. It's not a Schwarzenegger movie.
Okay, fair.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's in it, but he's not there to carry it and be the primary.
Right. And then Terminator 3 was 2003. And then after that,
Governor.
He was also in the Expendables, so we got to give him, he's there and everything. But after that, there's not a lot.
Well, doesn't that coincide with him going into politics?
Maybe.
So everything to. Oh, and don't forget, he was in Escape Plan with Sylvester Stallone in the 2000s, right? In the first one.
I think that's
people
correct.
like putting them two together.
Yeah. But again, I think Stallone maybe longer because of doing Rocky V and then Creed and then, all that kind of stuff. But that run in the 80s from Conan the Barbarian in 82, and then you go all the way up to Total Recall, Terminator 2 Judgment Day in 91. That
was a good run. That was a good run. Those were good movies.
I think stronger run for Schwarzenegger. I think he had a better peak. I think Stallone's had a longer. Stallone is a Hall of Famer because he collected hit after hit after hit. He's a guy that accumulated the numbers. Schwarzenegger's probably in the Hall of Fame because he was MVP 4 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yes, exactly.
Difference is Stallone hung around and he got to his 500 career home runs and got all the milestone numbers and everything else because he had the long career. And Schwarzenegger came in and just was dominant for 4 or 5, in this case, 9 years, and just dominated the league. And then said, you don't have a choice. You got to put me in the Hall of Fame because I'm just that damn good. Huh. Are you doing Terminator? Or are you doing Rocky IV? Or Terminator 2? Because to me, better Terminator.
No, I'm probably doing Predator if I can get to Predator.
All right.
Terminators were fine. I just not my favorite Schwarzenegger movie.
Okay,
honestly,
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
But and that's what I think is a lot of that early stuff for Stallone. There's a lot more depth to it. Whereas the Schwarzenegger movies were just, I want to sit here, eat popcorn, and I want you to kill things and let me laugh. Right? I mean, that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. It's fair. It really depends on again, what you like. I would go, and to me, for Stallone, I'm with you. I think some of the later Rockies, entertainment-wise, and maybe it's because we were 5 when Rocky came out. So I've never seen Rocky in a movie theater. I've only seen it at home. Now, again, I'm not even talking about like watching it on like TBS or whatever. I've rented Rocky and watched it, no commercial, that kind of thing. I still have enjoyed the other Rockies better. I'm with you. I think of all the ones, and I don't go into Creed and Rocky, even Rocky 5. I'm like, no. To me, Rocky kind of ends at Rocky 4. As far as, like, if I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be like, oh, okay, 3's pretty good, entertaining. 2's even not bad, but 4, I'm probably with you. 4's right there. But am I going to sit there and watch any of those over, again, the Terminator 2, as you said, Commando? Like, I don't know. I don't think I would. I think I would take a Schwarzenegger one over a Stallone one, but also understanding that Stallone, Schwarzenegger has the Terminator, right?
Yes.
Does he have any other one? I mean, I guess they did more than one Predator, but
but it became about the alien, not
right.
Schwarzenegger.
I was saying, but Schwarzenegger wasn't in the second Predator, right? He only did the one. I think
it was Danny Glover in the second one, right?
I mean, well, Danny Glover and
no, Mel Gibson was not in the second Predator.
No. I'm thinking the wrestler. Jesse Ventura was in at least the first one, right?
He was in the first Predator. Yes, he was in the first one. Yes, because he was talking about
I'll be
being
honest,
a sexual Tyrannosaurus.
I might even go, and it doesn't get nearly the respect that these other ones get. I might even go, and it doesn't necessarily have to do with Schwarzenegger. I might go Running Man as one of my favorite Arnold movies. You know why? Richard Dawson.
Oh,
Richard Dawson.
That's right. He ran the game show.
Playing the game shows and the evil games. Just awesome because, again, as kids growing up, he was, love Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey does a great job hosting The Feud. Richard's the guy. I don't care what anybody says. Family Feud is Richard Dawson, right?
Yes.
So you had him. He was phenomenal. Maybe one of the best match game players ever. He's got to be up there if he's not. I mean, if you're doing your 6-person panel, Richard Dawson is bottom row middle every single time. I don't care who you're putting him in there with. Charles Nelson Riley can be there. It's fine. He can. But Richard Dawson is front row in the center.
Always imagine Richard Dawson, whether on Family Feud or at the match game, that there's a bottle of whiskey underneath and the cigarette that comes out during commercial breaks, because we've just got to hit our vices during the breaks. I could just see it.
Yeah, absolutely.
A man who just did not care.
Yeah, he's turning around and Brett Summers is there, and he's turning around and lighting a cigarette for Brett. You need a light? I got an extra one. He's passing out maybe even little Tipperillo cigars. Of course. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, so that's I know Commando and I know Terminator. I know all those other ones get better, if you're going on like Rotten Tomatoes or whatever, everybody thinks they're better. I loved Running Man. I absolutely loved Running Man because Richard Dawson was fantastic in it.
Yes. Well, and I agree. It just, there's something about, like I said, whether you want to get into the depth of the writing, the story, the Schwarzenegger movies were just designed to be 90 minutes of just pure, make your eyes go saucer-eyed, like, whoa, right? In a theater, still works on television. But the Rockies and some of the other ones, they just, it's that more critical acclaimed movies, right? There's depth and there's story, except for Rocky 4. I still find that one a little bit, more lighthearted, if you can call one of his movies. It was just that difference. But there were 1 and 2, right? During that 10 years, it was just Schwarzenegger, Stallone.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, I think when he tried to talk about Schwarzenegger here, when he tried to go and do comedy, the only reason, and I don't even know that it worked, I think the only reason people even thought it was funny because of his accent.
Exactly. That's all.
When he's, kindergarten cop, when he's supposed to be like the teacher or whatever. And
not a tumor.
Exactly. Like, the little kid comes up and starts talking about it's not the tumor. And the only reason it's funny is because he says it the same way the Terminator would say, "I'll be back." And so you're like, oh, that's kind of funny. The Terminator's like, talking to this little small child about it. But it wasn't a funny movie.
No.
Same thing with what was the one where he was supposed to be pregnant?
Junior.
Not a funny movie. A terrible, terrible movie. Jingle All the Way, not that funny.
I didn't watch it. So, well, I mean, I think you wonder why. Like, what did his management team say? Look, we're out of the 80s, we're into the 90s. We got to take you in a different direction. And maybe it was all part of the plan, like I said, because we know he ended up in politics.
Right.
So maybe they were trying to give, the other side of the coin, because for so long he's the tough guy, kills everything, everyone, right? And so either for longevity or future planning, like, let's kind of get you out of that genre into more quote unquote mainstream movies so that you can either last or do other things down the road.
Yeah, could be. And I think
besides your housekeeper.
That's fair. That's fair as well. But I mean, I don't know that we necessarily want to go into the public the private life of either one of these guys, to be honest.
No.
Exactly squeaky clean either all the way around. But again, I give Schwarzenegger credit. He's admitted to the steroid stuff, like back when he was Mr. Olympia and everything else, or Mr. Universe, whatever it was, maybe both. I don't remember. I mean, he's admitted to it and talked about it. But again, that's why he looks so good. You talk about, Stallone being 80. What's Schwarzenegger now? He's got to be in his late 70s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be 79 on July 30th.
Oh, wow. Coming up.
Still looks great. Still looks great. I mean, he's still, out there pumping iron, got to get a pump. That was, I mean, again, made fun of him on Saturday Night Live with the Hans and Franz. It was fantastic. And he, again, was a guy, I think him and Stallone both have been able to understand that it's okay when people either make fun of your accent or the acting or whatever, because they're not being malicious. It's just good-heartedness.
Yes.
Like when I sit there and make fun of Stallone for the kindergarten cop and it's not a tumor. The whole thing is he's in on the joke at that point. So it's fine. The movie itself, not funny, but at least Arnold understands where all the jokes are coming from. And I think they started from like Commando when, I think it was Commando when the guy's like, you said you were going to kill me last or whatever. And he goes, I lied. And then drops it.
Right.
He just drops it. It's like, so he had all these like one-liners that everybody does. And it's like, okay, so then you think, oh, well, he could do that in a full comedy. No, it worked in those action movies because it was like one or two lines and they were memorable and they were funny to remember it that way. It didn't work with like Twins and Kindergarten Cop and stuff like that because like it's just not funny. Like I think the scripts probably sucked more than anything. So
and so you got to wonder his management team who said, "Hey, this is a good idea, and here's why." But all movies are a gamble. I mean, you just don't. I mean, to me, it always stand out. Most famous, Alec Guinness in Star Wars. He really didn't want to do it.
Right.
He said, all right, I'll do it. I don't need a big salary. Just cut me in on whatever the revenue share was.
Right. Brilliant.
Right. And boom, it paid off for something. He was just like, whatever. Okay. This seems silly, but he did it and made out like a bandit.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It is pretty amazing. All right.
But 80. Yeah.
80. Yeah. He's happy birthday to Sly and happy early birthday to Arnold, who's going to be 79 coming up at the end of the month. Another guy doesn't rank nearly completely different type of actor, but again, another guy who I think is a fantastic actor and is definitely, again, a boomer by age, but he's a Gen X legend, Kevin Bacon. We've all played 6 Degrees, I'm sure, at some point. You've played that silly little game. His birthday, as we're taping this on July 8th, is today. He turned 68.
Oh, wow.
I'm not putting him up there with Stallone and Schwarzenegger at all, but that dude is still working as well. He's still doing stuff. He's still out there doing things.
What do you have down as his most recent? I was trying to think of what I've seen him in recently.
Well, he's done Family Movie 2026.
Oh, okay.
So let me see if that's come out yet. I think it has because they've put it out there. Yeah, I don't see it. It says a filmmaking family finds themselves in a real life horror movie when a body turns up on the set of their low budget slot. That sounds awesome.
That could be interesting.
A body turns up on the set of their low budget slasher, forcing them to cover up the murder to keep filming. That sounds really good.
Huh.
He directed it. Now, yeah, he's in it too. He and Kira Sedgwick both are in it. I may have to see that. That sounds.
Does it say when it's due to be released?
I think it's already out. Maybe.
Oh, all right.
It says it's a comedy horror thriller. Hour and 21 minutes. It's already got ratings, so I'm guessing it already came out. I don't see a release date on here, but
okay.
Yeah, that seems pretty good. I might have to search that out. That sounds like a pretty good premise. Kind of like.
Besides Footloose, the only thing it sticks out because I just saw it the other day was him in A Few Good Men.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, he was awesome in that. I think let's see. Let me scroll down through here and see what else he had a pretty good run as well. Let me get down. All right, let's see. He did a lot. You got to remember, he's also done a ton of TV.
Yeah.
You know, he's been a guy who's also done. Oh, you got to remember, 78. It started off. He was in Animal House. Remember?
Oh, that's
keep
right.
calm, everybody, keep calm. You know, when they run the parade, him, that's Kevin Bacon.
Wow.
He was in the original Friday the 13th. It's pretty good to be a part of. Those are two pretty good things. And then, yeah, of course, Footloose jumped it off. Do you remember the movie Quicksilver? He was in Quicksilver.
Vaguely.
Yeah, that was 86. Yeah. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. He was one of the taxi guys. She's Having a Baby.
Sort of remember that.
Was that him and Ali
Sheedy McGraw something? An Ali something.
Oh no, Elizabeth McGovern.
Okay.
It's a John Hughes movie. That's why I went with what I did.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it's got to be either. Yeah, it's got to be either Ali Sheedy or Molly Ringwald or something like that, because he was putting every single one of his movies. But so, I mean, Bacon's had some, again, I'm not putting
Flatliners.
I'm not putting him up there with Schwarzenegger.
No.
But or Stallone, but he had a pretty decent run of it. All right, so let's get back to the Quicksilver. She's Having a Baby. Tremors. That was fun. That was a fun movie. Flatliners.
Yes, Flatliners. That was a good one. Yeah,
that was when, if you remember, they were putting people under and trying to kill them and bring them back. And he was one of. It was him wasn't Val Kilmer in that movie as well. He was the one that was like really over the top, right?
Yes, he was, and that's why I remember him in that. Is he was the ringleader, if you will, really wanted to do it and pushed everyone else.
Yep. And then JFK.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
Yep. See,
I'm gonna have to go watch that this weekend.
Yep, JFK.
As long as it is, I don't know why I love to watch that movie. I don't.
It's really good.
Yeah.
JFK, A Few Good Men, The River Wild. That's a pretty good run. Yeah. 91, 92, 94. That's, again, it's not Stallone, Schwarzenegger level. Apollo 13.
Yes.
Sleepers. Again, I think Wild Things. He was fantastic in Wild Things in 88. It's only got 6.5 stars here on IMDb. That's criminal. Do you remember that movie?
Yes.
That is absolutely criminal. Now, he's not the star in it, but he does a great job. It's Nev Campbell, Matt Dillon.
Who was the other girl?
Oh, the blonde. Was she married to Charlie Sheen? Was it his ex-wife?
Yes. Who still takes care of him? What's her name? Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, why can't I remember this?
Well, that should tell you about her career.
Well, no, that's just
it's
just we're old and we don't remember things. As soon as I see her name, I'll be like, oh, duh, Bill. But yeah, Kevin Bacon actually on the Denise Richards.
I just got to it myself. Denise Richards.
Was she married? Am I remembering that right? Were her and Charlie Sheen together? Is that right?
2002 to 2006 was their marriage years.
But yeah, Kevin Bacon plays the cop.
Mm-hmm.
He is
looking into it.
That whole movie is phenomenal. And again, spoiler alert, you get a nice little cameo from Bill Murray at the end. And who doesn't love a good cameo from Bill Murray? He had one of course, I'm not going to go into all Bill Murray stuff, but he had one in Zombieland.
Oh, yes.
he might be the best cameo. That might be the best cameo of cameos in movie history.
Playing his dead self.
He wasn't dead yet, remember?
I know he wasn't dead, but that was, yeah.
They end up shooting Bill Murray in that movie. Again, it's 26 years old or 28 years old, so not really anything. But that might be the best cameo of all when he's sitting there, he's talking about, the makeup.
Eddie Van Halen.
I can go out, I can walk around, nobody bothers me. I played 18 the other day. He's talking about playing golf at the golf course. Just nobody bothers me. Look at me. And then the other person comes in, they're like, "Oh my God, Bill Murray!" And they shoot him. You shot Bill Murray. It might be the best cameo of all cameos. It's so
hey,
good.
Neighbor.
Yeah, we should mention you are outside today.
I am outside.
Yeah. So, all right, let me finish up the Kevin Bacon run here. Because again, I don't care what anybody says. I think Wild Things was a really good movie. I can't believe it's only got 6.5 stars on there. Or 6.5. Yeah, 6.5. Terrible.
You have to go in there and review it yourself and see if you can pump that up a little bit.
That rating. All right, so Wild Things. He did My Dog Skip. That had that was pretty well received. I don't think I ever saw it. Hollow Man. Okay. Mystic River. That's a pretty good one. The Woodsman, whatever. He did a couple of things on Will and Grace. The new Will and Grace, I think. Oh, Frost Nixon. He was pretty good in that. He was pretty good in the Frost Nixon movie. So he's done some stuff he's not necessarily a box office guy where he's going to have this big, huge,
He's not the draw for the movie.
Right.
And that's the difference, right?
Yep.
It's Stallone, Schwarzenegger, their name kind of first, carrying the title of the movie and what it's about. You want to see it.
Right.
Bacon just ends up in good movies.
Yeah. That's, you know what? That's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
That's the best way to put it. So, yeah, he's had a phenomenal one. I just wanted to mention, we don't have to go into it. But again, because you're doing birthdays, big movie guys, and he turned 68 today. So, again, 3 guys, all born in July, all huge, giant movies. Do you need to take that?
No, I do not.
Okay. So I checked just to make sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think all of that phenomenal. And I would say, again, he's different because he's not the same as Schwarzenegger and them. I'd still rather watch a Kevin Bacon movie than a Steven Seagal or Claude Van Damme movie.
Absolutely. My friends they'd watch them. If we were together, I'd just be like, whatever. I just never understood those movies and them, and other than they just beat up people. So I don't know. It was just never my thing.
I'm with you. So if you had to rank, I'll put you on the spot. Are you going Arnold or are you going Stallone?
If I want to be purely entertained, like I'm at work and passing time,
Here's what I'm going to tell you. It's not about being entertained. Here, I will do it even better. You can only watch one of their movies, and you can never watch the other movies from the other guy.
Oh, like a desert island situation.
Yeah, you have to go to. Let's just say
I'm shipwrecked with a VCR and one tape.
I was gonna say no, not one tape. I was gonna say it's the old Columbia Records and tape, except we're gonna expand it to movies. But you can only pick from the Schwarzenegger category or the Stallone category, and not mix and match. Are you only taking from the Stallone tapes, or are you only taking from the Schwarzenegger tapes? And that's
I'm only going to take from the Schwarzenegger tapes. If that's what I'm going to be stuck with, then that's what I'm going to go with.
All right.
I just, and like I said, it's more impactful, more action. And again, that's not taking anything from Stallone and any of his stuff. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably with you because again, I think I'm a bigger Terminator fan than you are.
Yeah,
it's fine. But yeah, I think even if I have to put up with the other stupid movies of Kindergarten Cop and all that stuff, Twins, even if those have to be in the showing, in the running, it's still worth it to get again Running Man and Commando and the Terminators and that kind of stuff. It's worth it to have to put up with the Kindergarten Cops to get the other ones.
Yeah,
so, fair enough.
I mean, honestly, has Stallone done a comedy?
Yeah, he must have.
I guess maybe Tango and Cash. I don't.
Tango and Cash definitely.
Yeah, but
definitely would be a comedy.
Yeah, but not a complete just off the reservation Kindergarten Cop type movie.
Oh,
you
yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Think so. Let's see. I'm looking it up now on IMDb. I'm going to scroll through and see. Let's see. Rhinestone was supposed to that's a comedy, right?
Yeah.
Oscar, that was the one with John Landis. He plays a mobster trying to go straight. It's probably that was the first kind of foray into it.
Yeah.
Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
I don't even remember that one.
It was terrible. even though it was awful. Estelle Getty plays his mom, from the Golden Girls.
Pre-Golden Girls.
Yeah, and even Stallone. Well, actually, probably right in prime Golden Girls.
1992.
Okay. So 1992, and even Stallone had said it's a piece of garbage. Like, even Stallone had said it sucked.
It was a paycheck.
Yeah, pretty much. Spy Games 3D. He played the villain, the toy maker. I don't know if that is. Tango and Cash. Demolition Man, sort of, but I don't even know that I would put it as a total comedy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Wesley Snipes dropping lines and Stallone dropping lines, but yeah, I would say the only other one that maybe you could put it in there would be Grudge Match.
Okay, because
De Niro or the aging rival boxers.
Yeah, because I don't see any Stallone movie with the headline from Variety or anything. It's just outlandishly funny.
Right.
I just not seeing that.
Did they have that for Arnold's comedy?
Oh, probably for like Kindergarten Cop and stuff, right? In the reviews that they show.
Maybe. So if the production house paid some movie reviewer, look, just put it together.
It's a meat slapping good time.
Yeah, just put outlandishly funny, and we'll put a comma in between it so that it's outlandish and then
funny.
Funny that how outlandish it is that you think that Schwarzenegger could do comedy. So,
but I will say in the current Tulsa King.
Yep.
There is an edge of humor to it, so it's not just like a strict mob movie, hardcore. Like it really goes between the two of being like real and humorous, and then edgy and oh man, someone's about to get killed. So he's done well with this series. Like I said, I'm waiting for it to hit this fall. Was kind of surprised how well it turned out in the first season or two. So if you guys haven't seen it out there, check it out.
How many seasons in is it now?
I think we're on 3.
Okay.
Hold on. See, and this is where we get into the whole streaming issue of you kind of lose track because it takes so long in between.
Right.
First episode 2022. Come on, people.
Yeah, I'm looking now as well. It's Paramount Plus.
Yep.
Right.
3 seasons. So 4 should be coming out.
All right. Well, that's good.
Yep.
So I mean, he's I'm glad he's still doing stuff. I mean, that's good for him. And again, at 80 and he's still doing things. I think as well. And I don't think he's as old, but I can't believe I'm blanking. This is terrible. I'm blanking on so many things. Landman. Have you been watching Landman at all?
Love Landman. And again, another
Billy
issue
Bob
of
Thornton. That's what I'm thinking. Billy Bob Thornton.
Sling Blade.
Yes.
Eh.
But he's had a heck of a career as well.
Yeah.
So is it, I mean, would you put it up there with Landman?
No. Yeah. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy both of them.
Okay.
They're worth watching, especially if you can hold off and watch them consecutively and get it all at once versus waiting. So yeah, they both rank up there for me. I mean,
okay.
Like those are two I'm waiting for the next.
I gotta finish. I still because I get behind and everything. I gotta finish whatever the current season of Landman is. I'm behind.
Okay.
However many episodes it is. But yeah, no, he's great. I mean, again, another guy that just kind of takes whatever movie role that he's gonna take. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just
makes it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, all right, I'll do that. That's fine. You know, he's not just grabbing stuff because, oh, let's put Billy Bob Thornton in the movie. He's very selective about what he does. And then everything he does seems to be really, really good.
Yeah.
And you're just like, all right, that worked. But yeah, I mean, he's had some great, I don't think you would call them soliloquies, but just great, just sitting there and like when he explains to the woman who comes out, it's the environmentalist who's complaining about the oil. It's like one of the first episodes of Landman.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about, those shoes that you're wearing, and it's like, yeah, that's true. All of that is true. That is all oil stuff. So
yes,
no, he does a fantastic job with all that stuff. So I love Billy Bob Thornton as well. So very, very good stuff. So Tulsa King is on season 3.
That would be on season 4.
Season 4. Okay.
Yep.
And that's starting. When does that start up again? They taking the summer
Sometime. Well, sometime. Yeah. I mean, they've been in production. So sometime this fall, you should have the next season.
Now, because it's on Paramount, and I guess I just read, because I was looking it up, that they also did season 1 on CBS for Tulsa King.
I think they did after the fact because it was such a huge hit. They said, CBS said, hey, let's throw it on and see what happens. I don't remember if it did well or not TV ratings wise, but
so when they do Tulsa King, do they do it like most series that are streaming now and everything drops all at once? You get at least half the season. So they're doing it week by week.
Yeah, they're still in that TV mindset, which at this point in my life drives me nuts.
But the funny thing is, there's a lot of shows that are doing that still, even on the streaming.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I totally get it because that's how you draw people back, right? Because there's time spent watching and things like that in some of the ratings, and so if you come in and binge watch a show and do all 24 episodes, let's say, in one weekend, then you are really stuck because by the time they produce the next season, if there's going to be one, and you wait it out, I mean, it might be a year and a half before you get back to your series. So at least drawing out 12, 13 episodes at a time eats up a chunk of time before there's an expectation of something else. I mean, I was telling you earlier, we just finished the series Outlander.
Okay.
8 seasons over 10 years. So if you'd started back in 2020, 2014, 2016, whatever it was,
16, I think you said,
and loved the show, you were sitting and waiting. It would have taken you a decade, I think is what it expanded to get through that entire series. We started it as on a whim, like, oh, let's try it, and knocked it out over the past 30, 40 days.
Now, there you go.
It was enjoyable because a fantastically written show, a lot of cliffhangers, a lot of on the edge of your seat, next episode, next season. You don't have to wait to find out, no more than like, all right, we'll find out what happens tomorrow or 3 days when I get off work.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And I think it's tough. Like going back, the problem is, and this happened with me originally with Stranger Things, is I just didn't have the time to be sitting there and watching it. Like I don't remember exactly what was going on in my life when it came out, but I was like, I can't start this. I can't. And then you get like a season behind because it drops. and everybody's talking about everything. Like I knew a lot of season 1 because you couldn't avoid it if you were online or social media, or people just talking or whatever. And I'm like, I can't do this because I don't have time. And then I'm like, all right, now I can go back and I can catch up, and I can. So it actually worked better for me because I was able to watch everything. Like when all the hype was leading up to dropping season 2, I was like, all right, well, if I am going to get into this, I got to jump now. Like I can't let season 2 start, or I'm really out, and I'll never watch it at all. And there's been a couple of series like I've never seen a single, and I don't care. You can say whatever you want in the comments or whatever. I have never watched a single episode of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Zero interest in Game of Thrones at all. I just never really got into it. So
I mean, it was kind of like I'm not typically into that sci-fi fantasy genre because I've never seen Lord of the Rings or any of that.
Same.
But for some reason, I started watching it, and I just said, okay, we'll go with the story, and kept on with it. I did have to wait for whatever the final season was, and okay, now we wrapped it up. It's done. But I guess there's been other like side. I haven't gone to see those.
House of Dragons, I think is the next one. Yeah.
No. The first was enough.
Yeah.
First was enough.
So I jumped into Stranger Things, and it was cool. But the problem was, then, like you said, you wait. It may take another year before it comes out because a lot of times you don't know if Netflix is going to give them the next season or whatever it is. And then by the time, say, season 3 rolls around, it's been like 14, 15 months. You've forgotten half the stuff from season 1 and season 2. And, oh, yeah, these were high school kids who now look like they have mortgages. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. I'm like, wait a minute. When did that guy get married and have a couple of kids? Because last time I remember, he was just getting his driver's license. But it takes so long sometimes to get these series out that you're like, you forget what's happened, and the actors just get, especially when we're talking about younger actors, they just get beyond where it's believable that they're still high school kids.
Yeah, we were watching. I mean, we weren't into it, but we tried to watch. Was it Wednesday on Netflix?
Yeah,
and there was a bigger gap in one or two of their seasons, and it was so obvious how much she had changed.
Yes,
from
Jennifer,
the early part,
or whatever her name is, Jenna Ortega. I think it's
and then the next season was like, oh, that's what you look, and there was like a 1.5 year gap between the seasons. Like, oh, well, that's why.
Yeah,
we can see it and tell.
Yep. Oh, it was the same thing again. It was Stranger Things. This is the same thing with. I started watching the series Outer Banks, which has to finish up. And yes, trust me, I know Outer Banks was not made for me. I get it. It came out back during the pandemic in 2020. At the time, the person I was in a relationship with had a couple of college-age daughters. Again, I mean, I'd say in a relationship with her, we were together 16 years. But anyway, so her kids had come home. The youngest one had come home, didn't get to finish out her last semester at JMU. So she's home. So again, it's the pandemic. You really don't have anything. You can't just be going out doing stuff. So we're just like, all right, let's find something to binge on Netflix. And so she was like, I've heard really good things about this show. And I was like, all right, let's go. So we watched Outer Banks. I was like, all right. I mean, it's typical, as you said when we were talking in the pre-show thing when we were going over stuff. You're like, oh, it's like the new Dawson's Creek. It's just basically North Carolina and you're on the water. Yeah, kind of same type of thing. But yeah, it's along those lines. So not for me, but I was still like, all right, it's enjoyable. So now I've been waiting for the last season. Again, they were in high school. Madeline Klein, who's one of the stars of the show, is now 28. Like, she's not in high school. Like, it doesn't work. So.
Well, I wish, and I've said this, and Susan's laughed at me in the past, of the only thing that works that would make us happy is if you think about it as the soap opera format. There was a new episode every single day, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? It was always going. You didn't wait a week. There might be a holiday break, but the show always kept going. So once you were in it, you were in it. And you would get something new every single day for, the 50-some years of General Hospital or whatever, right? It just keeps going. But obviously their production and everything's completely different, done on the cheap, done on the fly. Whereas the shows we're watching, they're out there all day to shoot one scene to make it perfect so that they can stream it for us later. And that's what slows everything down. But if someone said, hey, we're going to try this, instead of doing weekly episodes, we're going to, pre-produce 5 or 6 months worth front end
30 minutes
and just drop them and see what happens.
That would be pretty interesting if you just said, okay, it's going to be at 1 o'clock every day, like whatever time, like when kids get out of school or whatever. All right, 3 o'clock, you get, here it is. 3 o'clock tomorrow, you get episode 2. 3 o'clock next, you get. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see if they could pull that off. That would be kind of a wild experiment to do. And then of course you could also just stream them all 5 for the week on a Friday night, and that's 2.5 hours if they're 30 minutes a piece. I know soap operas usually an hour, but it'd be interesting to do it. So
I wish someone would just try it.
Yeah.
Now you'd have to do something. They sort of did it if you think about it with 24.
Yes.
Right, because every episode was an hour.
Yep.
You might have to kind of change your timing around to fit something like that, but to me, it would be an interesting production concept to say, okay, we think we got a good cast, we think we have a good storyline, whatever that's going to be, and we're just going to drop, pre-produce 5 months worth, and then just drop an episode per day, we'll know, like, if it just stops, it stops because the show wasn't working or whatever. To me, that's no different than doing a whole season, dropping it on Netflix, and Netflix going, it didn't work, no thanks, we're not renewing. So just try it and see, and if it's still good, then fine, we'll just ramp up production and just keep dropping episodes and keep going.
Yeah, we had that. I've had that with a couple. There was did you ever watch Mindhunters on Netflix? You'd love that show.
Okay.
It was
I'll have to look for that.
Yeah, it's really good. It was only 2 seasons, but it was about how the FBI started putting together when they went. It's based on a true, they've taken liberties with it, but basically the guy who started the profiling for the FBI, they would go to the prisons and interview like serial killers.
Oh,
would help them. So it was really, really well done, but they kind of left it like there should be more. And they didn't do it any more than the 2 seasons. And you're like, well, now what? It's the same thing we were talking about the show beforehand as well, The Waterfront, which was pretty good. Topher Grace was in it. It was a pretty good show. It ended after 1 season, and you're like, nothing has been resolved. So you're just like stuck like in perpetuity for like I don't know what happened to these people. You got to kind of write your own ending on it. It kind of sucks that way. So,
well, no. So when we're going through Netflix and Paramount and some of these others, and something will be suggested for you and pop up, the thumbnail kind of catches you and you're like, oh, well, that looks interesting. First thing I do, what year did it come out and how many seasons? Because you'll see, it came out in 2014 and there's one nope, not even going to waste my time.
Yeah, that's good.
Because
that's smart.
It will be the whole cliffhanger at the end, and they never produced more. So sorry,
they didn't do anything else. Sorry about that. Well, I had the same thing, and we'll wrap up here on this because it's starting to get very dark behind you.
I keep trying to lean into.
You look like, what was it? Was it the Genesis video or just the Phil Collins video where it's like just a face and it's just all dark? I forget what song that's to.
If I could get the dog to move, it might turn on my spotlight, but the bugs are starting to get nasty out here.
No, it's all good. We'll let you get going. But, and now I actually forgot. It doesn't matter. I forgot what I was going to say. I was going to talk about something, and now I don't remember what it was. So, oh well, no big deal. So we'll leave it at that then. So, do you have before we go on this lovely evening again? Thank you for being outside. It was nice to hear the birds chirping and see the scenic background better than my boring wall back behind me. There you go. Now we're telling ghost stories around the campfire. This is great.
We gotta make sure the local bear or the moose doesn't walk up on me. That's the other thing.
Would be amazing. We would definitely go viral if you got mauled by a moose right here at the end.
The claw. It'd be the most watched video we've ever had.
Yeah, no doubt. No, I'm sure. Yeah, I'd make it into a little short and throw it up on YouTube. So, all right, you got any parting words for us before we get out of here?
In the words of Sylvester Stallone, The world is not full of rainbows and sunshine. It's about how hard you get hit and how you keep going.
This concludes this episode of Gen X Men with Bill Rowland and Gary Dollarhite. Gen X Men is now off the air.